I would be willing to bet 10 drivers at a track, eight to nine of them are, going through something. And that's why they're there. That's why we want to bring our merch and try to make people heard and seen. And that's what my message is. And also like motivate people. That's what I will also want to prove to people is like, you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do it. You just
I
got
was
to earn
thinking.
it.
Hey guys, I'm Josh Brown.
And I'm Jordan Stevens.
And you're watching the Cars and Health Bars podcast. Let's get right into the episode. Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. We are joined by Trevor Lee of Angle Authority. How are you doing tonight, Trevor?
I'm doing all right. How you fellas doing tonight?
Think we vibing.
Yeah, I'm definitely chilling over here tonight. Been dying to do this, so I'm definitely excited for it.
Absolutely. So I guess before we get into the meat and potatoes of it, you can kind of just talk about, you starting Angle Authority, you starting as a drifter, all that good stuff. Kind of just fill us in on everything.
Yeah, so I mean, drifting really started for me probably back in 2020, 2021, around there. I bought some old beater '03 BMW 530i that did not deserve to be on a track at all, and just kind of took out my aggressions on like from life at that point, and just kind of used it as an outlet, so to speak.
Okay. Yeah.
And after my first event, I really noticed how much it calmed me. So I really just tried to dive into it as much as I could, and then life happened, so I got rid of that car, and here we are in 2026 trying again.
I know you've been through a few cars, just kind of doing a little bit of research, and man, you've been around. I even seen you got the nice Subi tattoo. Like, I love that.
Yeah,
Nice.
Young and dumb, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one in my kitchen. I used to be we used to drink a lot, and my buddy had a gun. He was like,
Understandable.
dude, you ever wanted to get a tattoo? And I was like, oh, dude, I love fucking Subarus, bro. So let's just do that right there on my forearm, where every 17-year-old gets it.
Drinking and tattoos just goes hand in hand, don't it?
Yeah, it's just kind of the way it goes. I've always been into cars. Cars have always been a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a mental thing. You're kind of zoned in there at that point, and like the problem the car has, or driving the car, or keeping control of the freaking thing when you're doing things you're not supposed to be doing. Out in back roads, and it's always been not so much the adrenaline, but like the mental connection it gave to like, again, aggressions on life. I've been through some shit in my life, and cars have always been that place where I'm not judged. I have control of the situation, and that's always been a big thing. That's really what got me into it.
So, did you like do any jobs around cars? Or is it just like strictly hobby?
Yeah, so I tried the whole. I went and worked at a Honda dealership. Just did express lane stuff.
Yeah.
Found out I hated it. I don't like working on other people's shit, to be honest. I mean, I'm down to help buddies. That's
I
not like that.
understand
But
I
like,
was a mechanic for like 6 or 7 years.
yeah, so and then I went to work for Subaru, and I tried again, and they had me pulling motors all day for valve recalls, and you pull 4 motors a day, 8 hours a day. It's just like you don't even want to work on your own shit.
Yeah.
So I got out of that. Construction's been my thing. That's what I've been in.
Okay.
Most of my life since I was 15, really. My stepdad was a finished carpenter, so I kind of felt like I should, try that, because I saw him making, decent money doing it, coming home pissed off at no matter what job you do. And I liked seeing what he would do, so that's what I've been doing. I still do to this day. I got a couple jobs to finish, and then I'm dropping it, and I'm going full-time drifting, pushing Angle Authority, content creation,
Dude,
trying
awesome.
to make this something. That's where we're trying to head with Angle Authority.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Has drifting always been the goal for the content?
No, actually, it started off, and it's still, I still have parts in there where I kind of try and focus on that. Is mental health awareness is what it started with on my Facebook page. I traveled the country. I was married, and I got separated, and I packed up that Subaru you guys probably saw with the Sparko wheels. I packed that thing up on my dog and hit the road. And at that point, again, the mental health awareness thing really came into play for me, because I was an alcoholic. I was relying on substance all the time to be level. And when I left, I went cold turkey. No drugs, no weed,
Wow.
no alcohol, no cigarettes, no nicotine, nothing. And I just hit the road.
Man.
You had
And
like a fresh start, man. God
yeah,
bless.
yeah, it was a hard reset button, you know, and luckily it worked. You know, sometimes when people do that, they go off, you know, they go off the end
Oh yeah.
and they just go further, you know. And for me, that Subaru and the road saved me. And again, that's where cars, you know, cars came into it pretty heavy. But yeah, so I tried doing the whole thing, you know, vlogging, traveling around the country and trying to tell my story that way. And then I don't know, man, I came across that Z on Marketplace for 3 grand and I went, you know what? Fuck it. You know, my girlfriend now, Cassidy, she was like, you should try it. Just get back into it.
Yeah.
So I did, bought the car, went to an event, and I was like hooked. And so now the content's kind of leaned more towards the drifting thing, but angle authority, the meaning behind the name, it's, you know, obviously drifting angle.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
Right.
that's a given. But earn your angle is our slogan, and that's, you know, you got to earn your angle from a stock drift car. You don't just take a car out there and work.
Yeah.
I've seen sim drivers do it, but they have a car that has all the stuff. But the
Yeah.
earn your angle thing for life is like you have to earn your spot. And you know, when I hit that reset and I stayed devoted and committed, I earned my spot to where I'm sitting right now. So that's where angle authority kind of comes into the drifting and ties into like mental awareness. And when we release our merch, it's going to be a lot of stuff you'll see that have those sayings like you're important and, you know, those quotes on the back of the shirts. So
Yeah.
that's really what we're
Yeah.
trying to go for. It's not launched yet. We're trying to perfect it. So when it comes out, it's perfect. But that's where we're headed. And
I
that's
feel like that
what's
message is so, I mean, it's always been important, but I feel like now more than ever, you know, I mean, I feel like every car guy, regardless of what community you're a part of, you know, was a part of Kyle Loftus. You know, he did a lot for the car community, and, you know, knowing that what happened to him and what might have been going on behind the scenes with his mental health, man, it kind of just, because you see him on camera, man, you never would have thought it. Kyle's all smiles. He's always so excited, and you really never know what's going on, you know, behind the car, behind the steering wheel, behind the driver. And
no.
yeah, I love that message, man.
I
For
appreciate that.
sure.
Yeah, no, it's and again, I feel what you're saying there 100% because I would be willing to bet 10 drivers at a track, eight to nine of them are, you know, going through something. And that's why they're there. You
Yeah,
know, that's why we want to bring our merch and try to make people heard and seen. And that's what my message is. And also like motivate people. Like I'm gonna go at least try to go pro spec within 2 years.
that's
And that's
sick.
kind of a big bite to chew, but that's what I will also want to prove to people is like you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can do it. You just
I
gotta earn
think
it.
anyone with some dedication and patience at the same time, you know, don't just full bore into something, but be focused on what you're trying to accomplish, man. You can really get a lot done.
Anybody can do it. I mean, you know, you see people with, you know, I'm not poking at nobody, but you see people
Hmm.
with disabilities doing things that people that are able-bodied say they
Yeah,
can't.
I
So,
agree.
a
like, I don't
thousand
want to hear
percent.
it, you know?
Yeah, I feel
There's
like
probably
drift.
people with one less leg than me that can outdrive the piss out of me.
Bro, there's people drifting with hand controls only.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
I feel like drift, man, just drift as a whole. You know, we talk about all the car communities, but drift just seems like such a family, man. It feels like everybody wants to see everybody succeed. Like, and I love that about it. Like, we were at a drift event like a few weeks ago, and the it was like a test and tune day. I got a buddy that's learning stick and drift at the same time. And I mean, there was nothing going on the track. The track director, he threw a cone out there and he was teaching him how, you know, just like simple stuff, just focus on this and do a donut around it. You know, just, I feel like there's so much community in drift. It almost feels like a family, you know?
It really does, and it's funny you say that because I was just talking to some people at the track today. Actually, you saw my giveaway video, maybe,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep.
Travis, I was telling him, man, like, because he wants to get into it. He's been asking me for advice, and I'm doing what I can to help him. And I was like, dude, drifting is like there is, and again, I'm not poking at anybody. To anybody
Yeah.
that's going to listen to it, I love drag, I love rally. I did rally myself, you know, but drifting, the community is totally different. Like you said, everyone wants to see each other succeed. There was a kid at the event this weekend, his first time, he's 17 years old. He went from sim, bought a Z, first event, whatever, and he was like scared of breaking his shit. And I was like, dude, don't
Yeah.
worry. Like, you see all these trucks and trailers and these wrenches at full shop, you're never broken at a drift event. I could almost promise you that. And if I fail you, come to my pit and we'll figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. I do love that. I think that's what drew me to drifting more than the actual act of drifting.
What do
That's just a
people
big
not
bonus.
what do people not realize about grassroots drifting, especially like coming into it from a fresh start?
What do they not realize? Like, I
What would
think
you say is like the most difficult part, like just coming into it, like you said, just being kind of scared to send it.
being shy.
Okay.
That is, I know it might sound like a weird approach or a weird answer, but like my biggest thing going to any new events is like the hardest part is knowing that those people are accepting, because you probably, if you're going into drifting, you either A, or have always loved cars, or you've been in the car scene, you've gone to car meets, you've been at a takeover. Don't get me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been somewhere where people are judging your car 100%.
Yeah.
Drifting's not like that. So like you can go up to people and ask a question, and they're going to be willing to be there and help you out and answer that question. Dude, I've been thrown keys to cars I shouldn't drive, and I've never met the guy before. That's the hardest part for me, was getting over the fact that you're going to be accepted there, and then after that it's all cake. But actual drifting itself, just doing it, that's the hardest part. Get out there and just do it. Weld the car and drive it. The rest of it, there's people there to help you.
For sure. I want to circle back to the brand a little bit. What was the hardest part about growing Angle Authority?
Keep doing it, keeping at it. The thought of, I mean, I don't know how many times we've rebuilt that damn website, remade shirts. I say I want it to be perfect, but you have to be willing to accept that the first time you do something, it's not going to be perfect. And the hardest part for me is I've always had a problem with following through with things. And that's a new thing that I've worked on and have finally overcome. And Angle Authority and drifting has really made me get over that 100%.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're not going to go out there and spend, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 getting started and then just do it once and sell a car. That's not really the way to do it. So I think that was the hardest part for sure. It is making sure that you follow through with it.
Yeah, I feel like repetition too is what's helped us out a lot. Just making sure there is, daily content at the minimum, because there's
daily content. I know,
man, getting out of the groove. It's hard to bounce back, if you kind of get out of the groove of it and everything. Man, sometimes it feels like a job,
Dude, it's definitely a job. I mean, I've got a big respect for those bigger content creators out there. And, I used to be that guy scrolling like, oh, it must be nice to sit there and do that. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Bro, and here we are doing it. And it's like, fuck, bro, this is actually really this is a lot, man. And if you're going to do it full time, it's a full-time job just getting the content. Then you got to sit here at the computer and edit it.
Mm-hmm. And hope it gets views.
Yeah, hopefully. And eventually the algorithm will pick up. I mean, I've been doing this for 8 months now, and I feel like I'm just now like averaging 1,200 views. I've had a couple 50,000, 90,000, but like,
pretty good.
It takes a while to get there, for sure. And that's the other part about building the brand, is like you have to be a content creator. You have to push yourself out there and sell yourself online. People are judgy, and they don't have an attention span.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Can you blame them with TikTok being out there, man?
Dude, I do the same thing. I'm on TikTok and everything else, and then for 3 seconds, I'm like, nope, that's boring. Next.
Yep.
So it's like, I get it. But
so going back to kind of like drifting your platforms and stuff, you've driven quite a few platforms, just kind of going through and just seeing all the different cars you've had. What are you kind of like, you missing your Subarus? Like, you really enjoying the Z?
I'm really enjoying that Z, man. Honestly, I don't miss that BMW at all. I don't know if I'd ever buy another BMW. I was actually having that conversation with Dante over at Winters. We were taking my car to the alignment. We were talking about BMWs, and I was like, man, I had a 530i, and I hated that car, bro. He goes, what I love about those is the front clip comes right off, and you can, roll the motor in and out. But I think I'm going to stay true to a Z, in the drifting world. Outside of that, I love my Subarus. I did sell that other one, and now I just have like a daily. I have a Lexus RX 350, which is a dad wagon. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely be picking up like another '05 Blob Eye WRX wagon or
Nice.
something.
Yes, sir. Oh, wagon. Oh, shoot, dude. I
I love
love
my wagons,
WRX.
bro.
Yeah.
Love it. I
We
mean,
got a buddy. He was like, that's all he started out on. I swear he had like 3 WRXs in high school. Granted, like two
Hmm.
of them were parts cars, but like he was a big WRX guy.
yeah, they're
Pretty
a
sure he
pain in
like
the
did a
ass.
full IS or a STI swap on a WRX just by pulling parts from STIs.
He built engine, everything, and it blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like they are that Subaru, bro. The one I had, it was a non-turbo. It was a 2.5 RS.
Yeah.
It had like 80,000 on a junkyard motor, and I drove it from Maine all the way South Dakota down to Arizona, towing a mini camper, mind you.
God.
Um, all the way back up to like Colorado, everywhere here, there, and in between, up to Michigan, back and forth to Tennessee a couple times. Like never once did that car break down. Not once.
Man.
That's a testament to the Subies there.
And I wish I was sitting here lying to you, and I mean that car never didn't start. It always started, and
That's
you
great.
just got to take care of your shit, man. Change your oil, change your
Yeah.
spark plugs, change your damn filters. Like it's not a big deal if you keep up with shit.
Sometimes people don't like doing that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
What made you land in Tennessee? I gotta ask. Did all this travel and you just so happen to land
Here,
in
hold on.
Tennessee? There you go. That's
So
valid.
Cassidy, I knew her in high school, and when I was traveling more towards the end of my travels, I reached out, and we kind of just started talking as friends and reconnected. And I said, fuck it, I'll come down and see you. It's been 15, 16 years, and then I moved to Tennessee.
That's
Cool.
that's cool, man. That's like
Yeah.
fairy tale.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was just natural, and it took a little while to get everything right and take your time with it. But about 6 months later, I just landed my feet here permanently, probably 2 weeks ago.
That's
So-
that's good, man. I mean, you got a nice track nearby. I mean, Winters probably isn't too far from you.
Hour drive. Yeah,
Hour. I don't know how
I'm
far
actually
you are
going
from
up there
Clarksville.
tomorrow to work the track. They've got a group coming that rented the track out, so I'm gonna go up there and work that and hang out up there. My car's up there. I got some more work to do to it.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
another
You ever
plus
been
of
up to
being
Beach
here.
Bend up our way?
No, I do want to go to a Beach Bend event. I do have some stuff to do to the car before I even think about touching that track. I have
Yeah.
to get some tow arms for the rear, and my car overheats every event.
Oh no.
Drift
So
car
I mean,
stuff,
I never overheat it to where it's gonna warp the heads or anything. But if it gets warm, I just take it off track.
Yeah.
And so I had to get that figured out. But
Stock cooling ain't doing too good then, is it?
no, that's what I'm being told by everybody. I've tried everything to try and avoid. It's gonna happen eventually, but I'm trying to do other shit to the car, but it's just inevitable now. So upgrade
Yeah.
everything, get an oil cooler, and then
Yeah.
I'll be out of Beach Bend.
I will
sure.
say Beach Bend is brutal. That track is so hot, man. Like it cooks a car.
That's what I've been told. People, I've heard guys there with that never have problems, and they have hoods off there, and they're having problems because it's hot as fuck.
It is. Even
So-
NCM is a really good track that's in the same town as Beach Bend. It's actually it's on the same side of Bowling Green as Beach Bend. So we got quite a few, and Clarksville, Tennessee, I hear is pretty good. But I heard it's closing down. So there's a few pretty good tracks near us.
Sucks. Clarksville, actually, this is my obviously first year in Tennessee, and that was the first track I went to. And I think it was like the second event. They were like, "Yeah, it's getting shut down." I was like, "Damn, bro! Like I just
Yeah.
got here. This is a sick track." That place definitely got me. If it wasn't for, if you've gone anywhere deep into my content at all, you've come across Taco, or Taco, Tyler. He's the grid guy at Clarksville, and
Oh yeah.
he pushed me pretty hard when I got there, man. Because he saw the potential. He's like, "Bro, have you ever driven before?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, back 5 years ago. Piece of shit Beamer,
Mhm.
always be the piece of shit Beamer." And he was like, "But bro, it's like you like you hopped back on the bike." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not sure if I want to keep up with it." And he was like, "Dude, just do it." And so thanks to him, bro, and that track, I'm right here now.
That's sick. How long have you been
Nice.
drifting for, man?
I think this last event was my 6th event behind the wheel. of that Z.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know, 4 months total maybe.
That's not bad, you know.
No.
I know a few that have been drifting for about that long, and I'd say you're above them for sure.
I'm trying. I'm very humble when it comes to it. I have people come up to me all the time and say, "Man, you're really progressing." And I obviously thank you. I appreciate every bit of it. But like, I have a bar for myself, and I try to be humble. I don't want to sound it, but yeah, I this last event really, I saw a lot of progression once I put the coils in the car and a little more angle, and I was like, "Shit, this is actually a lot easier than it was before. I might be able to go somewhere with this."
Hmm.
And my first tandems, bro, with the car, dude, I have still no e-brake, but my first tandems at Clarksville was stock suspension, no angle, stock steering wheel, like as stock as it gets, just welded rear
Yeah.
end. And
Yeah.
it was kind of cool to keep up with like that Cadillac, and it sucked to get in the accident, but it's inevitable.
Accident. You
We've
gotta tell us about that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's videos. They should be, I think it's pinned on top of my Insta page. But yeah, it was tandem nighttime. I was probably a car length behind him, and all of a sudden he was just looking at me like there was
Oh,
nothing. And we all looked at all the footage from every angle. I had it on my Metas. Cassidy had it on her phone, and he had it in the neck. Anyway, I had nowhere to go, and we headlight to headlight. His crash
man.
bar went through my rim, poked a hole in it. His whole
Man.
front end went over a little ways. It was like 40 we were doing, and yeah, but
Jeez.
shit happens. We had clean runs all night, and we were like one more, and you never do one more.
Yeah,
And it was that one more run. But yeah, we made it out with like no major damage, both of us, and again drifting.
that's really
In
good.
the video, you'll see he gets out the car, we hug it out, everyone's good, everyone's happy, cool, let's get it off track and go figure it out. Like, and he towed my car home that night. Shout out to Sean. He towed my car home the next day, actually, wasn't it? The next morning, he drove that truck and trailer 2.5 hours to drop my car off, and then drove back to go get his car the next day.
Man,
Drifting.
that
What
sucks.
a
It did.
guy.
Yeah, that just
That's
sounds like one of
drifting.
those instances where it was really unavoidable. It wasn't anything. Like
Yeah.
I. That's not bad. Like if
No.
that's the worst accident you have on the track, you got a good career ahead of you.
I hope that's the only really bad one we have. I mean, we've had close calls at Winners. That's a tight track, though. That's a really tight
You
track.
already running tandems after 6 events. That's pretty impressive, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It was that was a really really monumental like night for me, because what I love about the South versus the North, and I'm gonna piss off some homies back at home, but what I love about drifting at the South and grassroots here and grassroots there is, yes, there is a reason that you need to go from group to group to group, to make sure everyone's safe with their driving.
Yeah,
But dude, at Clarksville, they're like, fuck it, dude, get out there. And so I sat there, holding two fingers up for a couple hours. And yeah, it was a pretty cool moment when those guys were like, yeah, dude, let's go. And then it was just run after run after run after run. And then other people were doing it, and, keeping my distance and learning it
Mhm.
all. And I was like, shit, this is just like driving a video game, bro. I've been playing Sim forever. This is just like it. So yeah, that was cool. I can't wait to get further up there and progress.
That's sick. There's nothing like more sick than tandems, man. Just like seeing those cars hugging each other, man. That's just like, oh, it's sick.
Yeah, it's something, man. Those guys are wild, and even just doing a little bit now, it's like, damn, like some of that shit you watch, and they're doing 100-mile-an-hour entries, and I'm sitting here at like 50, 60, and I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, but yeah, no, it's been an adventure for sure, and some of the people I've met is just even better. You obviously talked to Joe Lee. Joe Lee is probably one
Yeah.
of the best, if not the best, media I've ever come across in the grassroots world. And one of the most genuine people I've met. And there's a bunch of other people that I'll forget to mention. They already know who they are. That they've been real right from day one, and that's again drifting. Not saying
Yeah.
it's not anywhere else, but it's more common there.
Yeah, I owe all the interviews that we've done lately to Jolie. Like she has, like after I did the episode with her a few weeks ago, like she was like, do you follow so and so? Do you follow so and so? And I was like, no, like I'm just now dipping my toes into like the drift like content creator scene. And she's like, I'm gonna send you all these pages, all that you go follow them, go follow them. So like, I'm just like hitting follow, like. And all you guys are like always so willing to like come on and tell your story, and And I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Big shout out to Joe Lee and all the drifters,
Yeah,
like you
100%.
included, that have came on the show. Like it's great that we've been able to connect and talk about this. Because I mean, Jordan and I, we don't have drift cars. We're kind of new to like this side of the automotive scene, and man, it's been so welcoming. And we haven't even like, I've been on the track once, Jordan hasn't been yet. So like, not even being on the track and connecting with all you guys is just like, it's such a sick feeling, man.
Dude, it's something else. I mean, you definitely interviewed the right media person because, you know, the more of us that you interview, the more of those comments and DMs you're going to get, and the more episodes you're going to get. And it's, she's very well connected. And crazy car chick, Tia, I don't know if you've done any stuff with her.
No, she's followed us, so we're probably going to start cooking on something. She just followed us on like 2 platforms, so
She's also a very well connected person in that whole community as well. But yeah, that's you're connecting with the right people for sure. It's definitely going to help your account, I believe. That definitely.
Yeah, I really want to see you blow up, man. This like the message that you're carrying and the skill level that you're at. I feel like it's just 2 things that more people need to see this, like what you have going on.
I appreciate that. You know, this is going to be real raw, and you can choose to snip it out if you want or not. But coming from someone that was a straight drug addict and alcoholic to trying to make a name for myself, you know, if there's anybody out there struggling with it, you can do it. You can get out of it with or without support. I did it with a very small support system, but like the message that we have when we step out on that track is like, you can do it. And I want to be proof of that 100%. I want to try and inspire
legendary.
every single person that watches a video, even if it's a stupid video with a sexual innuendo on it. You're going to get on my reels and you're going to find something that's going to hit. That's what I want, 100%. And Formula Drift. I'll see you in 2030.
Yes, sir.
You know, we'll see.
We've got contacts. I'll just say that.
You never know. That's the other thing about social media, bro. And again, I respect that and appreciate that. I hear you.
We actually interviewed the founder of Formula Drift last December, Jim Leal. So,
dude, that's sick. That must have been a hell of an interview.
Josh was pretty nervous.
Dude, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a ball nervous just sitting down here for a podcast myself. I can't imagine with someone like at that level. You know, you're like, oh, dude, us.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I'm talking to a manager, right? I'm talking to a manager of the person I'm interviewing. Like, this is insane. Like a high class.
Dude, that's what's up. And that's, you never know, bro. It takes one good interview and
you ain't kidding.
Boost real quick.
I want to thank Chemical Guys for sponsoring the Cars and Health Bars podcast. If you're like me, you used to just go to the parts house and grab whatever cleaner was on clearance, or shoot, maybe even hit up one of them quarter washers in town. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can start living your life different with our sponsor, Chemical Guys. They have kits all the way up from your starter kit for $50, gets you the bare essentials, gets you a bucket, gets you a mitt, some Mr. Pink's soap, all the way up to the Mr. Pink's Ultimate Arsenal. It comes with 3 bottles of spray wax, the foam soap, the brush, the drying towel, the foam can, and the mitt, and your glass cleaner. And let me tell you something, this glass cleaner changed the game for me. Whenever it says streak free, I'm telling you, I used to hit my car with some paper towels and some Windex because that's how you had to do it. This, you can actually use microfiber towel and it gets rid of the streaks. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. I personally use this on my Camaro before I go to car meet. Shoot, I've even used it on the windows in my house, brother. Now, if you want to get real bougie and get real fancy, they of course have all your hydro coat, all your ceramic stuff, clay bars. If you want to really get into that nitty gritty, why hit up a detailer when you can just detail your own stuff using Chemical Guys? They make it so easy and so affordable to get a mass amount of products, and it's everything you need. It takes all the guesswork out of piecing together an arsenal. So with that being said, guys, use our promo code CARS10 to get 10% off your order and check out some Chemical Guys. Send us some pictures of your stuff. We'd love to show it on the show. Our next sponsor is Blackout Coffee, guys. If you work a blue-collar job like me, you know you got to wake up and hit you a cup of joe before you get started. What I like about Blackout Coffee is they have not only the pods, but they also have the whole bags, and they have this cool instant coffee. So if you're running real behind like some of us are most days, me included, you can just dump this into your water and boom, Bob's your uncle. You got some coffee ready for your day. I've used their bagged coffee several times. Me personally, I like a dark roast. I like to put hair on your chest. I like this Brutal Awakening. It's my favorite flavor. Gets me up and going. It's even a good Saturday morning coffee if you're feeling a little sluggish. Speaking of Saturday morning coffees, they also have flavored coffees. So if you like a little more flavor to your coffee, they have blueberry crumble, French toast. Look at that rating, brother. Butterscotch toffee, caramel cream, double dark chocolate, chocolate cherry, and climax. They also have the flavored coffees inside of the pods, so if you want to grab a cup on the go, put your travel mug in. Also like their mission, they're all about the troops, they're all about giving money back, and they have some of the coolest apparel in the game. So yeah, guys, head on over to Blackout Coffee, pick you up some coffee so you can get your day started just like I do, brother. I want to shout out Reynolds Creek Performance for sponsoring the Cars and Health Bars podcast. If you're in Kentucky or anywhere close and you've got an LS, LT, or Mopar set up and your car just isn't running right, you need to know about this shop, because here's the deal. A lot of people throw parts at their cars, can, injector, turbine, whatever, and wonder why it runs like garbage. 9 times out of 10, it's the tune. That's where Reynolds Creek Performance comes in. These guys specialize in actual calibration, not just slapping a base map on your car and sending it out the door. They dial in fuel, spark, drivability, making sure your setup runs the way it's supposed to. They're on a Mustang dyno. You're getting real honest numbers, not inflated dyno sheets. And more importantly, your car's going to run right on the street and not just look good on paper. They work on everything from cammed street cars, boosted setups, and they're big on doing things the right way. That means no shortcuts, no junk parts, no we'll figure it out later builds. If your car is ready, they'll make sure it's right. If you're not local, they even do travel tuning, which is huge if you're trying to get set up dialed in without hauling your car across state. So if you're tired of chasing issues or just finished a build and want it done right the first time, go check them out. You can contact Isaac at Reynolds Creek Performance at 606-706-8330. You can also find him at 3388 Reynolds Creek Road. That's their shop. Or shoot him an email at reynoldscreekperformance@outlook.com. Also, we have them linked down below. Hit them up, support a solid local performance shop, and get your car running the way it should. I want to thank SteelSeries for sponsoring the Cars and Health Bars podcast. If you are a gamer, it is a household name. SteelSeries is one of the best in the business, whether you're looking for earmuffs, microphones, speakers, keyboards, mice, mouse pads, controllers, they've got them. I mean, they've got some of the best mice in the game. Is anybody going to argue with that? I, of course, have the Rival 5. You guys know that. I mean, it's a $50 mouse. What are you doing? Do you not have $50 to spend on a nice mouse? SteelSeries has some of the best stuff in the game. I really like their microphones, too. The very convenient mute button here shows you your volume level while you're talking. Their keyboards, the Apex 7. Have you not seen this? Of course, I have one of these, too. What I like most about it is the armrest is magnetic and removable. So whether you're kind of wanting that or not, and their keys are removable, fully customizable OLED display. Don't even get me started on their headsets. They have some of the best headsets in the game. I need to pick me up a set. Just $150 for this headset, fully wireless. Their Artis Nova 5 wireless has a 60-hour battery life and quick switch from wireless, so you can pop in and out that battery pack with ease. Not really, I mean, just what else is there to say? For you console guys, they even have earbuds that have console support. They have all different kind of price point headsets. If you want to ball out and get the Artis Nova Elite, all the way down to your $160 to even $100 headsets, and that's $100 for a wireless headset with 60 hours of battery life. Does it get much better? Also have these bundles. If you want to take the guesswork out of it and just buy a whole bundle, SteelSeries has you covered with the mouse, the keyboard, and the headset, and 20% off. Make sure you click the link down in the description so they know we sent you. And I want to again thank SteelSeries for sponsoring the Cars and Health Bars podcast. You are not kidding. I want to talk about the grassroots drift scene. We'll kind of circle back to that. How do you feel? Do you feel that like the Tennessee drift scene is real healthy right now? Do you feel like, because it worries me personally as some outside looking in that Clarksville's closing down, which, you know, that might not have much to do with attendance, more or less just the owner situation, but it kind of worries me a little bit as a spectator.
So drifting as a whole in Tennessee, I would say I'm still new here and I'm still learning tracks and I'm still hearing of tracks, but compared to where I'm from, you guys have a very wide variety within this area, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. Yeah, but I'm nervous myself with Clarksville shutting down because that's what happened back home in New Hampshire, our Loudon Speedway. I'll shout it out. I don't care. They shut
Yeah,
it
no.
down. They went under new ownership and shut down our grassroots home, and then said it was for concerts, and now they're holding like a higher paid drift events there. But anyway, it happens everywhere. And what I hate seeing is these HOAs coming in and these
Yeah.
developments coming in and moving right on a track that's been there. Not just saying Clarksville, but a lot of these tracks have been there since 1960s, racing frickin' Monte Carlos. And now all of a sudden it's a problem. You move there. I don't care what anybody thinks about that. Like you move next to a track,
Yeah.
accept
You
Yeah,
it.
knew
But
what you were
that's
coming into.
there's gonna be an environment outside.
100%. Yeah, it's loud, cool, but it does worry me. And like I said, I think you guys have a good variety here, and I hope it stays that way. But this is going to be a huge shout out, and not because of my involvement, but what drew me to Winter's track is like we need more people like them. He had a very. I'm not going to tell his story. You guys need to interview that man. I'm going to tell you that. All right, he's got a good story. But anyway, he had a very small amount of land to work with right there, and he made it happen. It was meant to be a skid pad for him, and he opened it up to everybody else now, and that's what we need, because these bigger tracks are getting bought out left and right by concert venues and other these yeah other things that I'm not going to get into. But like it's not going to stop unless you just start building other stuff. You get people with land. Like if you're a farmer out there with a piece of land that's sitting there with 10 acres or 5 acres that's overgrown and you're not going to do anything with it, let somebody make some noise there. It's going to make you money and keep that alive. That's what we need. Because I do feel like it's going to fall off eventually if we don't. And then
You
you're going
build
to
it
be
and they'll
pushed to
come.
go to these big tracks and pay big money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grassroots is
I
where
really
it's at.
respect him opening his own skid pad up. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's a pretty good story there. He wasn't meant to be that way, and then they did an event, I guess, and then it was another one and another one, and next thing you know, we're over there. He's pouring concrete aprons, and now there's like water barriers going up and improvements here and there, and there could even be expansion in the hard future. You never know. Like that's where it starts. But yeah, it's pretty takes a pretty special person to just say fuck it, and keep putting
Yeah,
time and money into something like that.
that's
Yeah.
really a good service to the car community.
100%. Shout out to Dante and Chrissy, and the whole Winters family, because they got a nice piece of land over there, and they open it up to everybody.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one thing we're kind of fortunate with Beach Bend's skid pad is we had the owner of Beach Bend on not super long ago, and we kind of brought the question up to him, like, do you worry about encroaching land development? And he's just kind of in a really sweet spot. Anything can happen in the future, but like he's in a really sweet spot where not only are they like super down inside of basically a fishbowl of like land where all the sound kind of just echoes. Granted, some does escape. Those nitro cars will shake your windows, but like,
Yeah, 100%.
luckily, I don't think Beach Bend's going anywhere anytime soon. But anything can happen. But yeah, I agree, man. We need to have more people just pouring skid pads. If you build it, they'll come. It's that's the age old saying, right?
Yeah, and that saying goes so true with automotive anything. 100%. Like you could use that parking lot for not even just drift. You could throw cones out there and let people do autocross. Like
Yeah.
there's all the motorcycles still go out there and do freaking burnout events. Like there's always a way to make money if you have concrete or pavement. That's for sure. I mean, hey, I don't know if you guys follow any other like states, but Pikes Peak International Speedway in Colorado.
Yep.
That
We
last
had
year.
we
Like,
had
come on, man.
somebody. There's a guy that hosts a podcast at Pikes Peak. We had him on. God, it's been like
That was
probably
been forever now.
2 or 3 years ago. It might even be 4
We
years
need
ago.
to
It's been a
follow
really long time.
through with him, honestly, and see how he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get some dirt on that. Not even the dirt, but like see what's going on there, because that was out of nowhere. I was actually looking forward to trying to go there, next year.
Mm,
Like midsummer, I was going to try and hit that track, but
yeah.
another one.
Another one. uh, I wanna ask somebody. I mean, you've definitely, I feel like, started out on a budget, going through everything you went through. What advice do you have to somebody that's trying to get into drifting on a budget?
So first off, the car. Pick the right car. You don't need to go out there and buy a car that is ready. I mean, obviously, if you've got, let's say you have $3,000 to play with, and that still might seem like a lot, even if you've got $1,000. You're in the South. There is a beat up BMW out there with a misfire, or a bad fuel tank, or there's something out there that's rear wheel drive and 5-speed. Buy it.
Mm-hmm.
BMW, Z, G. Those are like the 3 cars you should get into. But like, start simple. Just buy the car. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just get it to run right. Get the rear end welded. Don't get an e-brake. Don't do any of that. Just get out there and feel the car out. Go do some donuts. Go spin out, and get a feel for it. And then figure out if you're just going to stay grassroots, if it's just going to be a hobby, then start getting into what the car looks like and all that other thing. But I guess what I'm getting at is keep it simple, and that's a very big thing I see with a lot of people is they'll show up from sim, great big fancy car, and they're spinning out left and right, getting pissed off. I've got 10 grand into this car. Meanwhile, there's some guy out there with a straight piped off the manifold BMW E30 chassis, shredding it. And that's the difference. Is just got to keep it simple and keep the budget is as simple as possible. Advice wise for tires, I go to shops before I started buying new tires recently. Just go to random tire shops, be like, yo, I drift my car. I mean, if you want in return, I'll throw a sticker of your garage on my car, whatever. Shout you out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just do that and ask for their takeoff tires. And the reason I say that is, like, if you're willing to offer something in return for the tires they're throwing away, they're going to be more than willing to work with you and give you a discount on new tires because you're going to keep coming back. And never bring them your used tires. Never bring those old tires back. Be respectful. Use your community to your advantage. That's the best way to do it. Is I had 4 tire shops here in Tullahoma that I was bouncing off of back and forth, and I had stacks of tires waiting for me. And then other piece of advice, go buy some stock wheels for your car. Obviously you get the ones that come on it, but go buy another set of 4 stocks for it. And those used tires, you're going to go through them quick because they're nowhere near what they need to be for what you're doing. So spare rims, you show up with them all mounted, ready to go at the track, so you can jack the car up, pop them off, pop them on. Don't worry about the tire machine spending more money at the track than you would at home with that guy you just got them tires off of. Now you're spending $5 a change because you're there all the time. So that's a big thing, is utilize every source you can. And when you're at the track, ask questions, because eventually you'll start getting, like Winters, they hooked me up with the bash bar and the steering wheel and everything for a really good price because I asked. So you will come across those things for sure, but start off with that cheap ass car. Even if it's
I think that's some great advice.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have thought about the tire. I mean, that makes great sense too, because then the tire shop don't have to worry about recycling. Like that's that's great advice.
Nope. And to get rid of the tires, yes, you have to pay at like your local dump, but there's local tracks that you're already racing at, or tracks that you can't race at because they're an oval. Sometimes they'll take the tires too. I've done it myself.
Yeah,
they'll
tire
take the
barriers
tires.
for sure.
Yep. I like Winters will take theirs. We cut them in half and put them around the corners of the walls. We're building tire walls with them. So another way to save money is ask local tracks if they'll take tires.
That's hella good for the environment too. Like burning up tires, like that's terrible. I don't even know how they recycle stuff, but
that burn them probably.
Yeah, I'd rather see them on a wall to keep somebody from like completely obliterating their car.
Yep. Nope. For sure. I can't think of anything else like advice wise other than like I said, keep it cheap. You don't need a fancy car.
Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, 100%.
It's a problem. It is a problem, an addiction for sure.
It is.
That's how I end up with parts.
Yep.
Josh will send me something, or I'll send him something, and then somehow or another one of us has a part.
Yeah, one how or another, somebody's driving to somebody's house at 9 p.m. with some cash.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. We all like parts. And spare parts, bring spare shit to the track. Spare axles, spare wheel bearing assemblies, spare lug nuts, spare lug studs. Learned all this shit recently.
For sure.
You want to have a handful of like the common things if you're taking tires on and off, you want spare lug studs and lug nuts. Like,
I find it better, like, just from what I've seen from the outside looking in, is like it's really good to go with like a group, especially somebody's like got a trailer, like, because the group that I went with just to spectate, I mean, they had like a truck that had all the tools, the toolbox, the jacks in it, and they had a trailer for whoever broke or whatever, and they had coolers with snacks, all that. It's like they had like a mobile unit, Yeah.
Hooked up. Yeah. No, if you got a buddy that's, and you know what's funny is if this conversation got somebody into drifting sick, but 99% of the time someone that's getting into drifting was bullied by their friends to get into it.
Fair
100%.
enough.
So definitely go with that friend. If someone one day is going to tell you to get a car, you're going to do it. You need to do it.
I agree
Yeah.
with
There's
that.
no questions.
We
Because
were,
if that buddy invited you, bro, he's going to help you.
yeah, for sure.
100%.
We talked to Cody Martin last week, but
Cody. Oh yeah, Cody. His savage content.
yeah,
Bro.
posts the wild stuff on
Dude,
Instagram.
it's
Yeah,
raunchy shit.
I was asking him about riding with him, and I was like, man, it just drifting don't seem like something that I would actually want to do. It's just something that I enjoy riding along with and watching. He's like, why? Why not? Why not do it, man? Why not? I'm like, bro, I just love watching, man. Like, that's so stressful. Like watching, like, it's stressful. Like seeing tandems. I'm like, dude, I'd be T-boning people all the time.
That's what you
like,
think. That's what I said. That's what I said. I'll bully you. Go get a car. You got $1,000 sitting around. I'll start sending you cars, bro. If you can drive a 5-speed, you should definitely be out there. Hell,
oh yeah,
Beach Bend will
I
hand you
took
the
my
keys. Go
permit in
skid
a
if they got a
5-speed
pad.
with a. I took my driver's test in a 5-speed with a bad clutch. I can drive manual,
All
unfortunately.
right then. See, I want to hear that, Jordan. No excuses. That's recorded.
I got a 6-speed, so I've been trying to get him to get the man pedal car.
The pussy pedal. It's okay. My daily is the pussy pedal. It's all right.
Mine is. It's paid off, so it's a shit box, so it's whatever.
The best kind.
Fair. Right. I want to transition a little bit. I want to talk about the sim racing stuff because I seen on your Instagram that you play some Cars X drifting. Am I right?
I do. Yes, and unfortunately, it's been mostly right here.
I was gonna ask controller or sim.
Yeah, so I have done sim. I had a Logitech setup, and bro, when I packed the Subaru, I even had that with me. And I would unpack it because I did work camping. I won't get into that, but the point is I went work camping and they'd have like cabins that you could stay in with internet.
Yeah.
So I kept that wheel and I had this like folding thing and I'd set it up in the living room and I would, sim race with my buddies, and finally it was too much to carry, so I sold it.
Dang.
But I just now got into PC, and so I'm gonna go get myself one now that I'm back into drifting. But sim, bro, it does transition 100%. It transfers.
How much does it help? Like with that, I've heard that it helps a lot with like
It
tandems.
does.
Like, yeah.
It definitely teaches you. It's never gonna get you prepared for the G forces of getting thrown around a car ever.
Oh,
never.
bet.
Weight transfer. It's never gonna get you set up for that. But it will give you that muscle memory of when to pull the e-brake, when to clutch in. Your proximity to cars, how to hand control is a big one. Hand and foot control. I mean, that does, if you have a force feedback, especially like a direct drive, it's definitely real. Throwing the wheel, letting it do its thing, grabbing it, putting your input in. It definitely transitions over. And like I said, I've seen people go from sim and shredding and linking the track within a day. So yeah, I would say definitely. Even, bro, I've noticed even with this controller, I was having a problem going from sim back to controller. My buddies on Discord, they're like, dude, you fucking suck lately. What's going on? I was like, bro, I'm on controller again. Like, I just can't get it. And then I went driving. I came back and like started playing, and it all started making more sense even on controller. So it definitely translates somehow, because there's an improvement even my driving on the game recently.
Yeah, it seems like most people come to the consensus that there is a correlation. I definitely think there is.
Definitely. I mean, I guess I'll put it this way, James Dean and all the other big names out there. Another new guy this year in the pro spec is Tyler Meyer. Give that guy a follow. I'm going to shout him out in this one too, Tyler. I've been watching this guy over the last few months, and he's got a sim set up, but his videos are great because he's got like pointers. He's got videos where he's showing you what he's doing. He's got little bing eyes here, and like showing you everything he's doing. But these bigger names are out there doing it on sim. The NASCAR drivers, they sit on sims. They have sims set up at events in NASCAR. I mean, I don't think they would, I don't think they'd put all this money into a $6,000 setup if it wasn't, translatable for sure. So if anybody out there says it doesn't work, fucking go buy a drift car.
Yeah. I mean, we were even talking, like I said, we were talking to Jim, and like the whole message that they were really trying to spread at PRI that year was that they are kicking off like Formula, like EA or not EA, was it Jordan Esports, like sim racing esports, and
Yeah,
that was going to be a whole
e-racing.
thing. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The setup they had at PRI was so insane, man. It's just sim racing is becoming an animal, man, that I never imagined it ever would. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely gone far. I mean, there's people out there doing these tandem comps winning money now. iRacing, that's
Yeah.
people make money there for sure. It's definitely blown up over the last, I would say, 5 years is pretty insane. Some of
Yeah.
the setups people have.
Is there? I mean, I'm sure you've played other racing games. What would you say is the most overrated racing game?
Do you really want me to say
Huh.
that?
I don't know, man. I've got some
I feel like I
loyalties.
know.
Forza?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forza is, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good game. I have it. I didn't buy the new one. It's a good game, but they claim it's a simulation. I think it's just an arcade
Yeah.
simulation. And I think they say that about CarX too. Yeah, but I think it's more of a simulation than Forza for sure. CarX Street, that's their competitor now. 100%.
Yeah.
CarX Street
Fair
has
enough.
all the physics from CarX drifting, and they just threw Need for Speed and Forza right at it, and it's like it's on point. But yeah, Forza is overrated.
No, I'll take that. I was worried about my boy Need for Speed, but that's all right.
Need for Speed will never. Oh, okay, so yeah, they became overrated after like Carbon and stuff.
Yeah.
That's like the last good one. The rest of them
Yeah.
all sucked. But
Fair.
yeah, that what I liked about Street is it kind of has that like Underground 2 Most Wanted without
Mhm.
like the cops kind of sort of. I don't know. It's got that vibe
Yeah.
The
for
OG
sure.
days, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of touched to us guys in our 30s. They hit that bone perfect.
It's hard to call Need for Speed overrated because it was never meant to be realistic. You're like, it was its own
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was meant to be, a game that just didn't make sense to anybody but the person playing it.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious came out, and that was your way of playing that
Yeah.
that movie.
Need for
100%.
Speed almost reminds me of like back in the day, like arcade cabinet like style racing rigs, or like the ones where you sat down with a steering wheel. Like that's just kind of what that felt like.
Yep.
Yeah.
It definitely. Because the graphics were brutal. It was
Yeah.
so brutal.
I remember Most Wanted, dog. You'd have like the IRL cutscenes, and then it would be the game graphics. You're like,
Yep,
this is
that was
night
that
and
was.
day.
Hey, we can watch movies now and play and go Need for Speed. Yeah, no, those games were definitely they were out there. I mean, like the original Hot Pursuit with like the
Yeah.
Ferraris and stuff on PC.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I mean, yeah, it kind of blew my mind that PC took over like lately. Because I
Yeah.
mean, I grew up with like the aim.
Oh, yeah.
We had games, but like the PCs now is just crazy.
Yeah.
I am, but I'm not surprised. Like, if you would have told me back when the Xbox 360 was at its peak that PCs would be over, I would have never thought that.
Nope,
And now I
never.
hear, and then, by 2018, I done built one. So,
Yeah.
Love
Sitting
it.
on a $3,000 PC.
Yeah, I got my old I buy Power Tower right here. She's
now I
good to
built
go.
my
Yes,
first
sir.
one for $500. I got my first job. I was like, I got to get a cheap one, but it's
That
gotta
wouldn't
do
buy your
this.
graphics card now.
No,
No, it
dude,
wouldn't.
no, with the price.
It wouldn't
of
buy
them.
RAM now.
Yeah, true.
No, hell no.
Trevor, we like to hit our guests with some rapid fire questions at the end. No thinking too hard, just fast. What you got?
Shit. All right.
Favorite drift chassis?
Definitely would be Mustang. I'd have to go 05.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was expecting an import for sure.
No, I would go if it was
S197.
FD. That would be the way to go, just because of power and platform.
Valid. Favorite engine swap?
2J's overrated. LS is overrated. Not a big fan of swaps, to be honest with you.
Okay,
I do
that's
like.
kind of hot.
I've had. I won't go far into it, but I've had guys bully me. When the Z motor goes, LS swap it. I like what comes in the car, and get power out of it you can reliably.
You
Yeah,
won't have a
there's
hard
some
time
bush to
finding
it.
another VQ for sure.
Like, have you seen somebody with a swap that's not in the hood?
That's true. Let's see. Hydraulic handbrake or clutch kick?
Clutch kick.
Hell yeah, dude. I
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Clutch
I like
kick,
that a lot.
weight transfer, and throttle control are more important than an
Yeah.
e-brake. E-brake's
Mhm.
for emergencies and a tool. It's not a crutch.
What is your dream sponsor?
Dream sponsor.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know if I have one. Uh, I mean, not Red Bull. I'm not looking, to be what everyone else has. My dream sponsor, honestly, I'll put it this way. The best family owned big name company I could get out there that's like an energy drink or something that vibes with the drift world would be what I'd want. I don't really have anybody I'm looking to
I like that.
I love that.
impress. Tire sponsor would be cool, but again,
Yeah,
not even a brand I'm looking for. I'm open to whatever.
absolutely. What do you got? Nighttime drifting or daytime?
Oof, that's a tough one. I definitely like the vibe of nighttime, and
Yeah.
I'd probably have to go nighttime. The car runs cooler, tires
Oh
run
yeah.
cooler, everything is just a little more laid back, and you're not freaking sweating your ass off in the car.
uh, who would be your dream tandem?
Dream tandem. I would have to say, I don't even think I have one, bro. I I don't have a dream
Fair
tandem.
enough. That's
I
that,
really
that's
don't.
fair.
I don't. All right, as fucked up as this is gonna sound, I really don't watch FD as much as I should.
Hey,
I'm
that's
at
fine.
all, at
You
all.
do
I
it. I
just started
mean,
getting into it and learning everybody, and getting into like actually watching the events. But you know, Chris Forsberg would be a good one.
yeah,
I really would love to be able to get on track with him just because he's way back, one of the
yeah,
OGs.
OG for sure. What is the best sounding engine?
Best sounding engine. Again, I'm gonna have to go with like the Coyote 5.0. I
Nice.
do love me an early gen Mustang 5.0. They sound so fucking good.
I ain't trying to hate, but I was hoping you weren't gonna say VQ because
Dude, VQ
I
sound like shit.
Yes, sir.
I'm so lucky mine sounds decent. Like when I go to Beach Bend and you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh wow, that's not annoying."
yeah,
I cannot stand
and
them trumpets.
I can appreciate VQs that don't sound like annoying, like that aren't straight piped and
Yeah, nope.
blasting.
You will never catch that car with a straight pipe on it. I will spend thousands to keep it
Like they
the
have a
way it
unique
sounds.
exhaust note, for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you nail it, it's sick. But other than that, it's just no.
Yeah, because like, you think back, like we were talking about Need for Speed Underground 2, like the starting vehicle you drive, that 350Z, my God, dude, I
It
just like that's
sounded good.
peak. Oh my God, it
It
sounds so
sounded
good.
good. And then in real life, they sound like shit.
Yeah, I think these just teenagers just ruin them by straight pipe, and they just like ruin the name.
Josh,
'Cause,
did
It
you hear
doesn't
that
even
one leaving golf today?
bro, God, it made me want to like put golf
just
balls in my
destroys
eardrums.
your motor anyway. Dumb,
Let's see here. All right, automatic or manual?
bro. Manual.
I'm gonna
Manual.
get one of y'all,
All
dude.
right,
I'm
so
gonna
hold
get
on.
one of y'all.
All right, manual.
What?
Manual for not city. Manual would be everything but city. I hate driving manual through because I drove that Subaru through Detroit, Chicago,
God,
Buffalo. I mean
I can
Times
agree.
Square.
I
No,
it would get annoying in my Camaro, uh, in the city. But
left
yeah,
yeah, we
leg look
drove it up
like.
Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
yeah, it's a pain in
Yeah,
the ass.
it's
But
can, but it gets done.
yeah,
It's down.
manual over automatic. I definitely I don't go looking to buy an automatic car.
That's fair.
Feel
That's
that.
fair. I'm gonna get somebody. I'm
I,
gonna get one of y'all.
I would not have bought my Camaro if it was auto. I looked at a bunch of auto cars. I did not want them.
If we're talking sequential, that's semi-automatic. You can get
Yeah,
me there,
Yeah,
I guess.
valid. All right, Trevor, where can people find you in upcoming events this year?
All right, so I mean, I'm gonna be living at Winners most of the summer for sure. You're gonna see me there, even if you're renting the track. Again, they do rent the track out, so check that out. But you'll see me there. I'll be at Clarksville a couple more times this year for sure. I'm gonna try and push to make the Father's Day event. Beach Bend, you'll catch me there.
Good.
More towards the end, like end of the summer here, maybe August. I'm gonna make it out towards like Beach Bend. I want to hit Mid Pond. I do want to start trickling out into Georgia as well. So I'm gonna get out everywhere I can.
I
But
love to hear that, man.
Winter's Track, man, if you guys are within 3 hours of that, definitely get down there.
Do you have any sponsors or shout outs you want to hit us with?
So no sponsors currently. definitely going to be looking for sponsors soon. I'm going to be working on a promo video for myself to get out there.
Cool.
So if you're watching this and you're a local business within Tennessee, or even if you're not, please reach out. We're going to be looking for anything like that. As far as shout outs, Cassidy, my girlfriend, obviously, like, she's been backing this. She's been behind the scenes, making sure that I'm doing what I need to do and pushing me, and all those good things. A big one for me is going to have to be, Tyler Taco. That man, he's a good dude. He pushed me and got me into the tandeming and gave me everything I needed and every mental tool I needed to do it. But yeah, other than that, man, every single person that's backed me, media, Jolie and Skids, Tia, Crazy Car Chick, she kind of got me, hooked up pretty well with some people. Dante and Chrissy Winters at Winters Track is probably the biggest shout out most recently. These guys have taken me in under their wing, accepted me into pretty much their family, and put me on their team. And so that's a big one. Every single person that I've shouted out, y'all should go follow, because if it wasn't for those people, man, y'all wouldn't be interviewing me here doing drifting 100%. So, and my followers, bro. I mean, my followers have been a huge backing. It's cool to get into content creation and see the people stick around and more people support. So I mean, without followers, bro, you don't get sponsors. That's 100%, because people push your shit if they're following. So shout out to my followers as well.
Where can our followers follow you? Speaking of that.
All right, so Angle Authority Co. You're gonna find that on Instagram and TikTok, and then Facebook. I'm working on that. I'm running my personal page. It's just Trevor Lee. Look it up. You'll see Angle Authority all over it when you look it up. But yeah, Angle Authority Co. Instagram, TikTok, and then Trevor Lee on Facebook. My link tree is on all the pages, so you'll find whatever you need there, including my store. I forgot to mention this. So on my link tree and all my pages, click that link that says Angle Authority Co. There's going to be a box that pops up. Put your email in there. It gets you 15% off your first order when we do launch. So you sign up for our email subscription, you'll be notified immediately when I hit that launch button too. So
nice.
Definitely go check that out.
Absolutely. Well,
YouTube,
it's been awesome,
by the way, YouTube, Angle Authority Co. on YouTube.
Yeah, hit him up. Follow him everywhere you can follow him.
Please. Man, if it's a social media platform, I'm there.
You've got
Except
an amazing
Snapchat.
message.
Snapchat's lame.
Bro, well, yeah.
Don't get going there. But yeah.
Yeah, guys, go follow Angle Authority everywhere you can. This man has an incredible message and story, and you guys aren't going to want to miss out. Follow him. And yeah, I mean, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show tonight, Trevor. It's been great.
Yeah.
Hell
we'll
yeah.
see you in Pro Drifting 2030 for sure.
Hell yeah, guys. I appreciate you, and I'll bring you there with me.
Absolutely. All right, guys, with that being said, we will catch you in the next one.
All right.
Brother, what are you still doing here? Check out some of these social medias below me. If you're not following, go change that today.